Yeah, what's up with y'all, son? What's good? What's good? What's good? Yep, it's your boy Nuey. Nuey no Shadamas, Nuey the Don, Nuey the Dean. Nimba Nuey, whatever you wanna, you know what I'm saying? Nomad Nuey, however you wanna phrase it. Yeah, we here. I didn't drop this Monday. Usually I try to drop videos, videos like Monday of every week. Sometimes it varies, so you feel me? You know, I wasn't able to drop it Monday. It was just a whole lot, son. I was coming from Chicago. It was like 4 something in the morning, and I was so tired. Oh my gosh, bro, I almost got into an accident. The pine cones, not the pine cones, the traffic cones. So I was just driving. I'm like, bro, I'm almost home. I'm like, next thing you know. So I'm hitting mad cones. Son, and I wake up, I'm like, yo, what's going on? And then the guardrail is right there. So I'm like, oh, let me chill out. I pulled right over next to the guardrail. There was a cone stuck underneath my car. Took it out. I was like, all right, let me just put that to the side, and we was green, you feel me? But we here, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was cooking up over there, but I didn't get the opportunity to take out my phone and just kind of shoot. It's a different type of video, of course, you know what I'm saying? And today is a special day. Feel me? It's a real special day. We're gonna get into that a little bit later. My name is Nuey, yeah. I'm a producer from Newark, New Jersey. You are Brick City all day, every day you are. That's how we coming, yeah. I started off real small, you know what I'm saying? I didn't start off with much, like everybody. Everybody has the genesis of when it comes to anything, I guess. And then over time, things just kind of, little by little, just kind of snowballed, and here I am, you know, by the grace of God. The whole point of me putting out these videos is actually for me to get comfortable in front of the camera. I'm a really, I don't want to say introvert, because I'm cool, you feel me? Like, I don't really be on that. I would say ambivert, but I would say more so of a recluse. My time is precious. My alone time is precious. You know what I'm saying? There's always a difference. I'm not lonely. I'm just alone. The thing with music, though, right? It kind of, if we want music to get out there and people to understand where we're coming from and listen to what we have to offer, I started dropping my first ever beat tape, which I re-released it on Bandcamp. It's called For La Carte. I released a series called For La Carte. You feel me? And the first tape was 3 beats. Second tape was 4. It was like a 0.5 that I did. You feel me? Like a little 0.5, and it was like 2 beats, right? It was a flip of like Human Nature by this group that somebody sent me. I forget their names, which I do apologize. If I drop it, I'm gonna put their names in it so y'all can go holler at them. But yeah, oh shoot, hold on. My whole screen just blacked out. You see the background? Hey, yo, shout out to what this is. The videos were for me to be more comfortable in presentation, more comfortable in kind of confronting fears, anxieties, that type of thing. I'm a firm believer in challenging yourself. So sometimes you just gotta, you feel me? Yeah, you know, it's good to dip your foot in. Sometimes you just need to be pushed in. But I was definitely trying to put beats out, and I think the beats were me trying to dip my toe into the water, you feel me? And it was cool. Nobody listened, and it was okay, you feel me? And the people who did, I'm grateful. I don't want to say nobody listened, but the people who did, grateful for you, you know what I'm saying? And those were probably the people closest to me. The art you make, art is meant to be shared. I try to tread lightly when it comes to this conversation, because not everything is for everybody's eyes. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's good that you have something for yourself to listen to, and, you know, it brings you joy. Good, you know what I'm saying? Kudos to you, for me. However, you know what I'm saying, I think sometimes we don't know what our art, the value it can bring to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's really important. I think it's beautiful how there's so many different cultures, there's so many different things that help contribute to one another. You know what I mean? And me being me and my story and everything, it's brought me all the way up to this point. I say all that to say that I was somebody who, I think, downplayed what they have to offer, right? And also, I just want to quickly differentiate what you do isn't pertaining to your value. I am valuable if I don't make music. If I do make music, I'm valuable regardless. One thing I try to keep that's foundational to me is understanding that this is just what I do. And I really do love making music, bro. Like, that is what I do. If I'm not doing anything else, I'm most likely researching music, figuring out music, trying to try out new VSTs, like all the things, right? Experimenting, whatever. Like, that's just where I'm at right now. But I'm so grateful because back to the thing of being shared, you can share music, and then once people start to love it, gravitate towards it, you're like, oh, people love it, people like it. And I think it could be a slippery slope, because then your worth is now in the hands of those decision makers, people who love your music. It's kind of like you're offering up your value, and it can be dangerous. Bro, my alarm went off. My whole alarm went off, bro. Alright, anyway. Yeah. I forgot where I was, man. I lost my daggone train of thought, man. Anyway. Yeah, so back to value. This field can be a minefield if you aren't careful, and I think that's important. The reason why now I talked about this is because I talked about me breaking out of my comfort zone, getting out of my shell, right? I feel like before, for me, and this is just within my journey, I feel like before you can get to certain places, there's things that need to be worked out in your personal life. You know what I'm saying? Because again, how you show up, what you have to offer, all of those things, it's gonna help somebody. It can either help somebody or break somebody down. You know what I'm saying? And I think the whole idea should be to help or build or contribute. It should be that. And for a while, I had to figure out what that was. And it first had to begin with, who am I? Not what I do, just asking yourself, who am I? That's mad important. And still on that journey, it's not like the journey ever ended. You feel me? It's always gonna be, I'm always figuring out who I am as I grow, as I continue to grow. So it's a beautiful thing. It's a journey. We're just at this particular point in time to where it's like, okay, I think now's the time. So the videos that I post saying, yeah, they're cool and all the things, but I've been doing so much on the back end before I can even get to being in front of whoever watches this, you know what I'm saying? So, and then here we are. I was when I put out the first video, and the first video was actually the second beat tape that I dropped, Carte 2.5, which I took down because of the whole, anyway. And I was mad nervous, you feel me? I'm like, oh man, like, I don't know how I'm finna, like, you know what I'm saying, contain all of this and everything. And it's so funny. It's not like mad people know me, or like I'm finna, you know what I'm saying, or just blow up or whatever the case may be. It's not that. I was just nervous for even 3 people to see me. So yeah, thankfully people gravitated towards the music and all the things, and I'm grateful for it, bro. Like, I can't complain, man. I can't complain. The journey of just, again, to this point has just been so beneficial, to say the least. You don't look at it while you're going through things. You kind of don't look at it at that moment. But when you're finally walking out of that season, you're like, oh, shoot, okay. Yeah, this is actually for my good. You know what I mean? So it's alright, that's what's up. So, yeah, here we are posting videos, and I've been really encouraged. I am grateful for the feedback, but I also try to separate myself just in case, you know, because one thing we walk into this forgetting sometimes is people are going to dislike, and so people like and dislike things. I don't even think it's personal. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that, embracing that helps, because it's like, that's actually good that not everything I do is for people, or for, you know what I'm saying? Like, even me, what I'm doing, the lane that I'm in is just so niche, right? Like, I make beats, bro. And I'm a beathead to the death of me. You feel me? Like, that's what it is. That was something that was so important to me. So I'm listening to beats all day, every day from so many different artists, you know what I'm saying? And not even just beats, instrumentals, whatever the case may be. This is what I gravitate towards. But, you know, and it's amazing seeing these people build up and gather people that share that same passion. You know what I'm saying? Like, we live in this age where there's someone for everybody. Yo, I mess with you. I'm a follow you. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what you about. And so, little by little, that's been happening. You know, and I'm so grateful, bro. I would like check my YouTube here and there, but you ever post something, you be like, man, I ain't gonna look at it. You do one of these, you feel me? Like, you get one of the side eye, you feel me? And it's like, because you do care and you should care, right? It's just the boundary of it making you. That's what you want to stay clear of, yo. I've been so grateful for the feedback, grateful for the support, people who watch, you know what I'm saying? I think we love vanity statistics. Things that kind of don't hold weight as much, and we equate that again to value, you know. But I'm grateful for the people, because there are gonna be people that stick around, people who not, and again, that's just what comes along with it. And you know what I'm saying, we here, bro. Like, we gonna keep going, we gonna keep at it, and I'm grateful for the people who come along the way, because honestly, if those who are tuning in, watching, whatever the case, if you think this is just about beats, no, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. That's also what I wanted to get into today as well. You know, there's a influx of so much going on, and it's how do we process all of this, bro? You got some things that are artificially made. You got things that are born from passion, you know what I'm saying? And it's just so much contention going on, I feel like, especially with music, with all the craziness going around it, man. I'm actually interested in seeing what's next. I really am. But thankfully, we're humans, and one thing that humans gravitate towards always is community. You know what I'm saying? Even those who are lonely or alone or whatever, even they have their community at times, you feel me? It's crazy how that works. And so here comes For Ordinary Jeaux. Now, for some reason, people think that's my name, For Ordinary Jeaux. That's not my name. My name is not For Ordinary Jeaux. And I understand. I used to go by Love Jones back in the day. And when I mean back in the day, I mean 5-6 years ago, just about. To go by Love Jones, for those who don't know, Love Jones, LUV.JEAUX, yeah. Which somebody goes by Love Jones now. I think he's a producer too. He had a DJ session. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm saying, I felt like it was a smooth name for me. You feel me? Like, I'm saying, I was feeling like Lorenz at the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure it out as an artist. You know, I'm out here. We out here visiting other artists, doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a time, bro. It was a cool name. That's just how I felt. Now, here comes For Ordinary Jeaux. Now, what is For Ordinary Jeaux? And why do I spell it so complicated? Why do you see nuey num? Why all the things? I'm nuey. That's just what it is, right? Again, For Ordinary Jeaux is a movement. That's technically what it is, right? It's a movement of artists for artists. What I mean by that is, I created the name first, and I didn't have anything behind it. For a long while, I knew it sounded fire though. I was like, yeah, this is gonna hit. And the name actually came from, back to this album means a lot to me. It didn't come off this album specifically, but I think everybody knows him at this point. They call him the lo-fi producer, which I have my reserves about that. Nujabes. I don't believe Nujabes is a lo-fi producer. Get at me if you want to talk to me in the comments. Hey, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? I'll holla at you. I don't think he's a lo-fi producer, you feel me? If we want to talk about lo-fi, let's talk about BSD.U. Now, that's a whole separate conversation. Those who know. Anyway, right, let's go. Let's double back. He dropped an album called Modal Soul, 2005. bro. If you've never listened to Nujabi's Modal Soul, if you're a producer, if you're somebody who makes music, listen to the album. If you listen to the album, you're gonna come across track number 2. First track is Feather. Everybody knows Feather, but it's track number 2. Track number 2 is a rendition of Terry Callier. He's a guitarist from Chicago. I believe long passed away now. And Nujabi's did I don't even want to call it a remix. He basically remade one of his songs off of Terry Callier's album. It was called Occasional Rain, the Terry Callier album. Nujabi's took the song and he even got Terry to sing it again. Bro, it's such a beautiful song and the meaning behind it is so good. Like, I love it. And the original version is still good, but it's so crazy. I prefer Nujabi's version. You feel me? Like, that's just insane, but it goes back to what we were talking about in the beginning, right? Music being shared. If Terry Callier would have never made that song, I would have never experienced Nujabi's for Ordinary Jeaux. Henceforth, where would I be today? Just think about that, you know what I'm saying? Nah, let me stop. It also is backed by something. I was sitting through a sermon one day, and his name was Pastor Chris, and he was talking about how God uses ordinary people. If you know the Bible, if you're not religious, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? For those who know or haven't know, just a little bit, in the book of Acts, we begin to experience what the church is, right? The building of the church, right? And what it's intended to be. And you see all throughout who God uses. It wasn't people with supernatural powers or whatever the case may be. Yeah, they were given and they were empowered by the Holy Spirit. However, right? They were ordinary people. You got the same guy who betrayed Jesus, in a way, I'm talking about Peter, who is now helping leading the church, right? Like, for those who know the story about Jesus and his crucifixion, it's insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, technically Peter is a op, right? But now God was using him. Ordinary. I believe that we all have gifts, talents, treasures, and that's all the things, but it's kind of the norm. Everybody has it. Just because I do what I do doesn't make me better than you because you do what you do. You could be a great chef, you feel me? And I may suck at cooking, you know what I'm saying? God forbid. I think I make some roster pasta. Me, I just may be somebody who plays guitar. And does that make me better than you? In essence, no, it just doesn't. So the whole point of this is to kind of highlight, right, the strengths of artists, platform artists, embrace artists, and what they do, what they contribute, and making sure that's shared. Like, what we do, what we make with our hands, it's so funny, especially when it comes to music. The music business and how it's depreciated what we offer, right? What we offer, and I'm just talking about music, what we offer as artists. It's crazy. You look at the music business and it's not like any other business. You know what I'm saying? And music is one of the things that drive culture forward. So it's like, yo, I think Vince Staples had an interview talking about how, bro, you got these paintings on the wall and somebody put their blood, sweat, and tears into them and they're worth so much bread. But somebody do the same thing on a 4-minute song, they're paying $10, son. Come on, son, make it make sense. And I'm not even trying to make this about money. The point is, right, I think sometimes people devalue certain arts. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what we believe. Even when it came to beats, like, yo, I know what I put into this. This is mad hard. You know what I'm saying? We can get to the conversation on what it takes to make a beat, but somebody would try to play you and be like, hey, nah, I'm not paying that. Actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna rip it off of YouTube. No shade to anybody who's ripped beats off of YouTube, you know what I'm saying? I understand you gotta start somewhere. But this is my point. I believe in moving forward, we have to embrace that, man, this is somebody's work, this is somebody's art, right? And their art is gonna be used to help and encourage or whatever. It's gonna contribute to somebody else's life. For Ordinary Jeaux. So that's basically what it is, and there's so much more behind it. I wanted to break down the most simplest definition of it, you feel me? So that's where we at. That's where we at. That's where we at. I'm glad to see where this goes. I'm already working with other artists, talking to other artists as well. And these are artists in close proximity to me, which I like. And that's another thing, driving community, right? Supporting those who are around you, build each other up, develop something. It's so beautiful how people can come together and create something. Like, let's not forget the beat scene in LA. Let's not forget what Jersey producers doing right now with Eternal Quest. Like, bro, there's people, Eternal Quest. I'm sorry, bro, if I'm butchering your name, son. Your beats are fire, by the way. But communities, that's a lot of times what it comes back to, and that needs to be embraced. And I just don't want that. It would never be lost because we're humans, right? Whatever. But I just feel like it should be more appreciated, especially when it comes to art, you know. So that's my take on that. I'm gonna get into Ordinary Jeaux more, probably in a separate video. If you have any questions, yo, at me, feel me. Would they be like, comment, and you know what I'm saying, comment in the comment, just comment, you feel me? Speaking of community, right? When this drop, when it's supposed to drop, it's gonna be Liberian Independence Day. That's right, your boy's Liberian, you are. Hold on. Speaking of community, this is a big deal. I don't know if anybody knows about Liberian history. It's a real unique one as far as Africa is concerned, as far as America is concerned. It's an interesting story, you know, and I'm appreciative and grateful, you know, of how far Liberians have come, but also the work that needs to be done. It's kind of sad I have yet to visit Liberia, and that's definitely on my go-to to go see, okay, what is home like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are where my people come from as well, so I want to go see that, you feel me, and visit the Ivory Coast and wherever else I can go, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to all my Liberians. For some reason, y'all all in Minnesota. Yo, can somebody comment why that is? I think outside of actually Liberia, Minnesota is where a lot of Liberians emigrate to. Son, wow, I don't know why that is, you know what I'm saying? Why I ain't come to Jersey? Like, why I ain't holla at your boyfriend? Speaking of Liberians and speaking about art, I just also wanted to take the time to appreciate the Liberian artists, you know what I'm saying, who contributed to the culture. And back to some of these people that I was talking about as far as community, they're also Liberian. iiiii is a high fashion brand soon to come out, you know what I'm saying? If I could, I'd probably post a few photos. How do people be doing it? Be like, yeah, right here, post photos up right here, or whatever the case may be. Somebody, we gonna post photos, you feel me? That's just how it is, we gonna post the photos. But beautiful clothing, and I can't wait for you guys to see what she has to offer and what she has to bring. Svnlit. Yo, my boy Svnlit, son. Yo, shout out Svnlit, bro. That's my guy, you are. Yo, artist. Yo, the guy even produces. He's just good at a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And I'm rooting for him. He's mad young. Somebody real close to me. He my brother. I ain't gonna lie, to my brother. Shout out, yeah, feel me? PR designers, my sister, and these are people who contribute so much to me as far as art, because of their eyes. And there are two people I can say when they put their mind to something, they do. The other one is Monrovia. If y'all never heard of Monrovia, he's actually a folk artist from Liberia. You know what I'm saying? I think he based out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Those who know Isaiah Rashad know Chattanooga, you feel me? And his music is pretty good as well. I believe I sampled him at one point in time, I'm not sure. And of course, those who from here, from Liberia, Nimbabur, Tecumseh Roberts, Fatu Gayflor, Foda Eddie Johns. It's a funny thing about Foda Eddie Johns. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, please my beg, forgive me. Of course, he was an artist, and funny enough, Daft Punk sampled him, and he hasn't made a dime off of what they sampled from him. For some reason, when it comes to a lot of Liberian music, it's hard to find, which I understand. And that's part of why one day I'm excited to go to see if there's an archive, if there's anything, you know what I'm saying? If there is, just please let me know, you know what I'm saying? I'm ignorant and I admit that. I would love to be informed, you know what I'm saying? If any Liberians watch this, yo, holla at me, let me know. But yeah, there's just so much soulful dynamics. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much that, and you know, High Life, Palmwine music. Like, I love what we contributed and what we contributed. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully, I could be a contribution too, for real. You know, that's the goal. This is what it is. You feel me? For Ordinary Jeaux. You know what I'm saying? And this is where I'm excited for where things are gonna go. I'm gonna try my best to deliver the best that I can do, and then just up it from there. You feel me? Like, but shout out those who watch anything I put out, listen, ask questions. You feel me? Like, take time to digest. Like, I really do appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, and I'm just gonna be vulnerable, I guess. You look at some of the statistics on the videos and all the things, right? And it's like, dang, people aren't finishing the video. And you know, one of the things that kind of encouraged me is like, yeah, well, these are people who may not understand, right? Going, like, adjusting, still trying to figure me out. And so, or people just may not, some people just may not care as much, and that's cool. Like, it is. There's a spectrum of reasons why, right? I think for me, it's just to be committed to my job is to be obedient, put the artwork out, you feel me? And I'm gonna do that. That's where it's gonna be, and it's only up from here, man. You know, I'm grateful where I'm at, and of course, I didn't really talk about my journey as far as producing, but if you guys want to know that, let me know. Shoot me a comment, DM, whatever. Bruh, I'm not used to the whole thing, so the smash that like button, I don't know. If you want to smash the like button, anyway, I know I've dropped so many loosies, you know what I'm saying? The shorts, and it's cool. Like, I'm grateful for all that is contributed, but it's like, that's the shorts aren't the goal. Again, everything is leading to something else. So I'm excited for what that's gonna be, because a part of it is I don't know. It's been 3 months now I've been dropping shorts, and I'm grateful for everybody tuning in. Shout out. Yo, matter of fact, I had this one comment, son. This one comment. Yo, shout out you, son. Yo, let me pull him up right quick, yo. Let me pull him up right quick so I get his name right, you are. Hey, from BDG. Old Block, son. Hey. Hey, shout out you, bro. Nah, for real. Yo, that really encouraged me, son. I was talking to the homie. I was like, yo. Funny enough, I was in Chicago. I don't know if you're from there for real, but I was in Chicago when it's talking. He was like, you're a genius. When I get big, I'll hire you. I said, LOL, looking forward to it, bro. Keep that confidence always. He said, not confidence. He said, yo, not confidence, yo. Nah, son. He said, I'm going to take you in the studio and remind you of this comment, remember. And so because of that, I'll always be reminded of this comment, but it's also a reminder to definitely keep going. But yeah, here we are, and I'm grateful. Yo, shout out if you made it to the end of the video. Just continue to tune in. I'm trying my best here, you feel me? Trying to juggle everything, and I'm excited for what's next, man. I'm excited. But yeah, if there's any questions as far as production or whatever, I'll try my best to answer. I keep saying I was gonna end this video, but I wanna end it here. To all of those, I gotta address this. To all of those who've asked for beats and all the things. One, I wanna say, I know it's about to sound bad, but y'all ain't never gonna see them. Nah, let me stop. Those who've been pushing me, those who talked to me privately and talked about it, I'm gonna try harder. It's back to the community thing. One thing I don't want to make it is all about me. I love producing, and I understand, like, sometimes I just wanna cook up on my computer and that's what it is, but it's like, I also do want to contribute to people as well. I think I'll try to do things differently, and I'm gonna say try, because I don't want nobody, when they take snippets from a video, what's that called? I don't know what it is. I don't want nobody saying that and trying to come back to me and use that as leverage, you feel me? So I'ma try. I'm excited for what's next, man. Yo, y'all stay tuned, son. Like, I started this 3 months ago. I started this, well, technically I didn't start, I started posting videos more consistently 3 months ago, but I was already posting beats on my channel and everything, and remixes and whatnot, and I'm gonna keep going. It's not gonna stop, you know what I'm saying? And to everybody who does stay consistently and watch, like, I'm grateful, man. Like, I can't complain. For me, one thing I know stepping into this is I don't have expectations. I'm not gonna do that to myself. When things happen, it happens. If it happens, it happens. So I'm gonna leave it right there, you feel me? And we gonna keep going, you know, and I'm gonna end this video with a proverb from my great grandmother. You know what I'm saying? She said, she used to be like, I never met her, but it's what my mother used to say. She's like, a little drop of water makes a mighty ocean. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, tomorrow starts today, and we gonna keep going. So, yeah, thanks for watching, yo. All right, I'm out.